I want to switch gears. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has arrived in Beijing for trade talks with Chinese officials. The meetings are expected to cover a range of U.S. complaints on China's trade practices. Secretary Mnuchin outlined his expectations for the trip when I spoke with him earlier this week.
I'm cautiously optimistic about the meetings. I don't really want to predict what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. We're going to go over there. We're going to have very frank discussions. These are issues that President Trump has been focused on for over the last year, and hopefully we'll make significant progress. We're going there to make progress. That's our objective.
Meanwhile, President Trump tweeted about it last night. Our great financial team is in China trying to negotiate a level playing field on trade. I look forward to being with President Xi in the not-too-distant future. We will always have a good, great relationship. Joining us right now, former CEO of McDonald's USA, former CEO of Famous Dave's Barbecue and Fat Brands International Chairman, Ed Rensi. Ed, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Exciting times,
yeah,
huh?
It sure is. You visited China. You've dealt with Chinese markets. How do you expect these meetings to go? Do you think China responds in a favorable way to make things more balanced?
Yes, I do, actually. I think the Chinese are very entrepreneurial in a lot of ways. It's a very industrious society. They know they've got to modernize. If you look at the building, the construction, what's going on over there, I think they need the United States market to continue to keep their economic engine going. I think Trump is fulfilling all of his strategic directions of regulation reduction, tax reductions, and now fair trade. He believes in free, fair trade, and I think he's got a great team over there. And I think the Chinese are listening very carefully.
Let's
make no mistake about another thing.
The
Chinese helped us tremendously with North Korea, and you can see the result of that.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe there's some goodwill there as a result of that move in regards to North Korea. Where do you think are the most egregious issues around China right now, and where do you think they'll actually move the needle? Is it opening up markets? Is it the transfer of technology? Or is it that deficit, $375 billion trade deficit? Where do you think they move the needle?
I think the biggest concern I have, and a lot of people have, is the theft of intellectual property and the transfer of technology out of the United States without our control. That's a huge issue. They're getting an unfair advantage from that. I think it's got to be addressed very, very directly. After that, the imbalance in the trade, I think it'll be managed in some fashion. I think the Chinese is going to give us a little bit. So there's good headlines, but it's going to be an ongoing negotiating process. We've got a great team over there. This won't be the last meeting these folks have on this issue.
Ed, this is Jason Chaffetz. I wanted to transition. McDonald's put up some impressive numbers of 5% in-store growth. The international component, what do you see happening there, not only with McDonald's, but also that sector in which you're involved with?
Well, food away from home is going to continue to grow because it's so convenient. And Steve Easterbrook came to McDonald's in 2015. In the last 3 years, he's done a fabulous job of reorienting the company, altering the culture, making a huge push to get rid of the company operations, because the great benefit of McDonald's is the franchisees. The franchisees are what keep McDonald's strong. When the executives fall, the franchisees pick them up because they're belly to belly with the customers. International growth is going to continue because McDonald's provides a great service. They got great quality of food. It's accessible. It's affordable. So I think the company's going to continue to grow and get stronger and stronger.
Ed, James Freeman here at the Wall Street Journal. Just wanted to get back to China for a question. When you were dealing there, I assume you were kind of hoping by now that it would be not just a more open economy, but maybe a more open democratic political system. Do you see any hopes for reform there?
Well, look, their culture is tens of thousands of years old, and ours is 200 years old. They're going to find their way. You can't change the culture dramatically. I think there's a lot more freedom in China today than ever. I was in Shanghai. I was on the board of directors of Snap-on Tools. They've got fabulous facilities there. The local governments work well with American businesses. You know, it'll never be a democracy. It never will be. But they can become more democratic in their behavior. And I think they are. Economics is a great leveler.
Yeah, good point. Ed, thanks so much.
You bet.
Good to see you, sir. Ed Rensi there.